Hello everybody, salut dans l'all. I'm gonna talk to you about people who are translating the Rig Veda. Uh, yes, then that is better. In a school, you have good students and bad students. The good ones do good job, make their parents happy, their teacher happy. They have a good job, and they can, when they are graduate enough, do work in Indology and Eastern civilizations, and some do Indologists. You study India and the Rig Veda and the Mahabharata and everything, and learn Sanskrit these are the good students. The bad ones, as I was, they do not that. They have bad notes, bad result. They make the parents not happy, the teacher not happy, and they are not rich, and they have in their life, and they work, and what they do in their life is not successful. But sometimes one of them, like me, starts to get interested in something. Like me, it was the Rig Veda. And it's because of my life. I've been in India, and I wrote many books. But I got interested in the Rig Veda, Indian books. I mean, and when these people get interested in the Rig Veda, they don't have the background of the others, because the others, when they come to learn Sanskrit, the first thing they learn is 3,500 years ago, the Aryans came to India, and they bring with us their language and their culture, the culture, and Sanskrit, sculpture, religion. But the bad students, they don't have that. They don't know that because they didn't read these books. They wrote like me. I wrote the Mahabharata, and it was not the Mahabharata in entire all the Mahabharata, but the Mahabharata in a book, resume, of course. It's not starting with that. Sometimes, but most of the time, no. And when you get interested in that, you say, oh, what should I read to learn about that? And you start reading a lot. Every day you read books written by French or by English or by Westerners, and written by Indians and other people, and Japanese, and so you read, and you said, oh, they're not talking about the same thing. It's something I don't understand. I must clear that. And when you read the Rig Veda, in the 10th mandala, you find the map of India. It's not a map drawn, but it's the rivers, the hymn to the rivers, with the Ganga, Yamuna, Sarasvati, Shutudri, Parushni, Ravi, etc., and Indus. And you see Sarasvati. Okay, yes, Sarasvati is a goddess and a river, like Ganga now. And you see, yeah, it's okay, and you heard at least when you read that, you of course when you look on the internet and you find also the Sarasvati, you look for a map on the. That's what I did. I looked for a map of India today, and I was looking for the river, and I say, where is the Sarasvati? They found the Ganga, Yamuna, Sutudri, it was a Sutlej, and you see there is no Sarasvati. So you look, well, where is the Sarasvati? And you find that it disappeared because it's completely dry now, but it was flooding very much 4,000 years ago, and it stopped definitely 3,500 years ago, 900 years ago, almost 4,000 years ago. I say, so the Rig Veda was lasting during the flood of the Sarasvati, not after, because it was dry. So it was the Rig Veda is before that date, and so you see you see also when you looking for information about the Sarasvati, you discover that there was the Indus Valley Civilization also on the Sarasvati, and the huge it was the biggest part of this civilization was on the Sarasvati. There was some on Gujarat, some in Afghanistan, and some along the Indus, but the most important part is in Haryana, in India, along the Sarasvati. So you say, did they build a civilization on a dried? No, of course. And you see also that the Indus Valley Civilization ends up at 3,900 years ago, in the same time that the Sarasvati dried up completely. I say, well, so the Aryan, when they come in. They are supposed to be coming in around 3,500 years ago. As you say, you think they come, but the Sarasvati was dry, so they built. You say, somebody's lying in this story. Somebody's lying. Are the scientists who made the excavation, or archaeologists, hydrologists, hydrologists, I don't know how to pronounce that, who's wrong, who's right? So there is only one solution, is to translate the Rig Veda. And when you translate the Rig Veda, you see that it was, of course, in the same time, at the same place. And as they were very important, the Indus Valley Civilization was big as twice the France, without army, of course. And you see the Rig Veda, it was the Rig Veda is the base, the basement of all the Hindu religion, Jainism, Buddhism, and maybe monotheism. So you say they lied, and you don't find all that. So what to say? The this Indus Valley Civilization and the Sarasvati, and the Rig Veda was in the same time, lasting in the same time. It was on the same time at the same place. And what to say else? There are many arguments for or against that. But what is it more? It's at the same time at the same place. So it was the same thing. I don't find something else to say. So, and when you ask the French guys, or French or others, Westerners, and when you ask them, why are you saying that? Because the Sarasvati was dry. It was dried at this time. They have no argument, nothing. They just tell you that you're a nationalist, a Nazi. Michel Danino was called a Nazi. I know that kind. I don't know Michel Danino, but I know this kind of people because I've been to India, and I met a lot of sadhus and other sannyasin people. Kind of sannyasin people. No, they are not Nazi, these people. The Nazi was the Hitler, I know. They were okay with that invasion. They like it very much with Aryan invasion theory. Of course, it was for them the proof of their superiority, the so-called superiority, because. But me, when I asked, they told me it's very well shown, proved, to contest it is like doing like the Nazis, doing like the people who are supporting the Nazi now. So we have a French word for that, but I don't remember. People who contest this. Or they say, it's a scientist consensus. All the scientists are okay with that situation, with that proof, with that theory. So get away, you are not a scientist, you don't have to play with us. And I've been also treated as asshole, but they have no proof, and they are not saying now it's a translation of the Rig Veda who say that, because the translation of the Rig Veda are done now. By myself, for this, for the alpha part. Of course, I didn't do everything. I'm still at the 7th mandala, at the 8th mandala. So they have no proof. They have nothing to say. They are lying, and they know they are lying, and they are lying because they are. They cannot say all what I say during all my working life about India and the Aryan theory. I cannot say that that is wrong, because I've been lying all the time. I didn't know I was lying, but I was lying all the time. That's what is that's why they cannot say now. They cannot use the Rig Veda as argument to prove for their proof. Justify what they say. So that's people like me who have to do the job, and that's what I do. So if you want to read in French my translation of the first part and the 7th mandala, they are on rigveda.fr, like French. but it's in French. So I will try to translate it after I've finished this French translation. I will translate the French in English with help of Google Translate and all, and many. It will be a hard job, but I will do it if I live long enough. That's not sure. So we meet again for a random hymn that I will explain every week. I will do 1 or 2 or 3, or maybe no, as I can. Thanks everybody, I'll meet you again, and so long, Canavo dans l'eau. Hop.